Creativity doesn't wait for that perfect moment. It fashions its own perfect moments out of the ordinary ones. Famous author Bruce Garrebrand has perfectly put in words the essence of capturing ordinary moments and turning them into extraordinary ones. His words are a testimony to the fact that it's all in these special moments that make our life more beautiful, more fun, and definitely worth cherishing. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you. I am Mandira Bedi and I'm your host for this afternoon. A very, very special welcome to all our partners, our friends from the media, and our fans for joining in today to witness yet another spectacular launch from Oppo India. Oppo has fast paved its way to becoming one of the most admired smartphone brands in the country. Their brand philosophy has resonated with millennials, and they have left no stone unturned in providing consumers an immersive experience that blends the interface between technology and life. I was very fortunate to be a part of the Reno series launch a few months ago, and it was indeed a breathtaking experience, witnessing the birth of a series which is deeply rooted in creativity, spontaneity, and youthful spirit. The Reno series has facilitated Oppo to step into a new era of visual interaction, photography, entertainment, and social experience. The overwhelming response we received globally was a testimony to this. As you are all aware, Oppo has always pushed boundaries and gone above and beyond by introducing several industry-first technologies. And this is what Oppo is planning to do once again. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are yet again ready to unveil something incredible, something exceptionally creative, more vibrant, and exquisitely beautiful. Because it's time to see more and see clear with Oppo Reno 2 series. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. To hear what's in store for us today, I'd like to invite on stage the newest member of the Oppo India leadership team. He's the Vice President, Product and Marketing of Oppo India, and he's going to take us through the remarkable journey of Oppo in India and enlighten us about the brand's vision for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a big round of applause, Mr. Sumit Walia.
Thank you. Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting launch by Oppo. I want to take this up. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our media friends, partners, and fans for the continuous support. And to all Oppo fans who are watching us live, a big hello. Today I'm excited, rather thrilled, to introduce our latest technology that is engineered for creativity, the Reno 2 series, which is making its global debut in India today. Yes, you heard it right. India is the first country in the world to experience the creative innovations of the Reno 2 series. Thank you. Thank you. But before I talk more on that, I would like to take a moment to share what we envision and achieved so far in India. 6 years ago, when we entered India, we had a vision to revolutionize the smartphone industry and empower our consumers with innovation and technology that will enable them to do more than just communicate. And now, we are proud to say that millions of people across the country are using Oppo phones to fuel their creativity. We created new mobile categories and delivered services that changed the way consumers interacted with their smartphones. Thank you. Our consistent efforts have yielded innovative breakthroughs like VOOC mobile fast charging technology, which helps provide 2 hours of talk time with just 5 minutes of charge. We also introduced the triple lens periscope camera that delivers 10x hybrid zoom capability, and went on to motorize the front camera in a shark fin design, which helps achieve 93% screen to body ratio, amongst the many industry firsts. Thank you, thanks a lot. India has always been the key growth driver for Oppo globally, offering to us myriad possibilities to innovate and evolve. Through consistent engagement and consumer-first approach, Oppo has become a household name in India and emerged as one of the most loved smartphone brands in the country. So, let's dive in further and see how we have and are investing in India to deliver products that our consumers love and admire. Thank you. Since our entry in India, we have seen an overwhelming and an ever-growing customer base. And to meet the needs of this customer base, Oppo has been continuously working to strengthen its commitment to Make in India. The ongoing investment of 2,200 crores in the Greater Noida manufacturing facility has helped us produce close to 50 million smartphones annually, which is one smartphone every 3 seconds. I was about to ask you, isn't that exciting? I think your claps say it all. Okay, and by the end of next year, we promise we will double our capacity to produce 100 million smartphones here in India. With the increased production and future export plans, we wish to achieve our dream of making India a global export hub for smartphones. Now, let's take a look inside this state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. While local manufacturing is the driving factor, you would also agree that product accessibility is of utmost importance. Keeping this in mind, we have built an intrinsic network of over 60,000 sale points and over 250 exclusive retail outlets across the length and breadth of the country. Thank you. So with ears to the ground and consumer-focused approach, we are constantly working to provide an unparalleled experience to customers. And our premium flagship store in Hyderabad, which is also the company's first in South Asia, is a testament to this endeavor. But trust me, the buck doesn't stop here. We have also built a robust network of 500 plus exclusive service centers across 476 cities, adept at repairing phones within just 1 hour. Thank you. Validating our after-sale services, we were adjudged the #1 smartphone brand in India in terms of after-sales. Thank you, thank you. This comprehensive customer experience, cutting across consideration and after-sale service, has not only helped us increase the brand love, but also led to our growth. We are happy to share that we have achieved an astounding 41% year-on-year growth in India. And we would like to attribute this to the love that we've got not only from consumers, but media, partners, and fans. Your support is truly valuable. At Oppo, we have lived and thrived on innovation. Our constant focus has been to create smartphones that not only meet the demands of an involved smartphone user, but far exceed them. With every new product that we bring to the market, we have tried and scaled new heights of consumer-centric innovation. Our Hyderabad R&D facility, which is also the largest outside China, has been pivotal in helping us understand the dynamic demands of the Indian consumer and build relevant solutions for them. It has contributed in taking forward the legacy of VOOC, fast mobile charging technology, currently being used by 100 million consumers worldwide. Our Reno 2 series will be powered with the latest version of VOOC, the VOOC 3.0. In fact, our Hyderabad R&D center is already in the process of filing 10 patents in the field of camera technology and artificial intelligence. Okay, let's change some gears and let me talk a little bit about some consumer insights. So from a recent study of the Indian consumer, we found out that there is a surge in consumers wanting to upgrade their smartphones for advanced features. Driven by this insight and understanding, we conceptualized the Reno series, which has been re-engineered for innovation. Back in May, when we introduced our Reno series, it disrupted the premium smartphone segment with industry-first features such as 10x hybrid zoom, shark fin front-rising camera, and best-in-class design. And I'm happy to share that love poured in from all corners for the Reno 10X, and it has been adjudged as one of the most innovative smartphones of 2019. Targeted at creative, young trendsetters with a passion for self-expression, the Reno series has been built to exceed customers' expectations in design, camera, and performance through creative innovations. We understand. Thank you. We understand today's consumer wants the best value proposition that encompasses the best in design, the best in camera, the best in performance, and an overall best-in-class smartphone experience. And thus, we decided to expand the Reno portfolio, an epitome of superior design, performance, and innovation to appeal to all smartphone upgraders across price points. Built on the playful, imaginative spirit that drives the Reno ethos, we are excited to introduce the India-first Reno 2 series. The all-new Reno 2 series is equipped with a slew of features that will enhance the overall smartphone experience. Thank you. Okay, now there's a quick question for you all. What do you do when you see something worth sharing? You log on to your favorite social media platform and put up a post on Facebook or share a story at Instagram, right? Thus, we turn our heads to our partners here at Instagram and Facebook to further bolster the creative spirit of Reno 2 series. We learned that users share pictures across multiple genres, ranging from travel, fashion, events, technology, music. We also observe that video consumption is on the rise and engages consumer more. And users are populating the same on stories, which is also growing at a rapid pace. This gave us an inspiration to enhance zoom, low light, and stable video shooting capabilities on the all-new Reno 2 series. These are exciting times ahead, and I know now, I'm sure that you are all ready to see more and see clear with the Reno 2 series. Thank you for me for now.
The Reno and Reno 2 series truly takes the spirit of creativity to the next level. Thank you very much, Mr. Walia, for sharing all your thoughts and insights. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite on stage Director, Facebook and Head of India Global Marketing Solutions, Mr. Sandeep Bhushan. Big round of applause, please.
Very, very good afternoon. Absolute privilege to be here. Wonderful to see a super packed hall. And really privileged to underline our partnership with the fantastic, fantastic work the Oppo teams are doing in India and, of course, across the world. And we at Facebook here are represented not just by the teams from India, but actually from Hong Kong and China, just underlining how deep the relationship goes. Because we have the privilege of serving 2.7 billion consumers across the world, meaning virtually anybody who has access to the internet is on one of our platforms. But that is possible only if technology continues to move forward as we are seeing today in the case of Oppo and multiple such initiatives that hardware, software, and the internet networks help us work off to make sure we bring this. Every time you pick up your phone and send that WhatsApp message, put a post on Facebook or share on Instagram, you know there are many of us involved in making that possible. Sometimes only the app you see, but actually it's more of us. So we are very grateful to Oppo and partners to take that further. Thank you. I think the interesting piece, and so that's great context, is what is happening on the consumer front as they look at their smartphone. The largest use case on the phone is not calling, we know that, right? It is sharing. But sharing continues to evolve from, hey, I'm sharing something that someone else did, e.g. a news article, a story, or somebody else's pictures, to this is me, but more importantly, this is me now. What gives people this confidence? What gives them this need for expression? What gives you this ability of expression? We're going to go a little bit into depth in the next 3-4 minutes and give you a sense of where this comes together. And then, of course, we'll see how we're working together to take that in the context of the Oppo launch as well. So let me move forward. Instagram is the natural home for influencers. An influencer is one who suggests to people around that interest area what they should be doing, what they should be focused on. An influencer can be a celebrity, your favorite cricketer, your favorite brand, or any interest leader that you care for. And why is that important? That's important because if I'm following a passion, this is really the pinnacle of where that passion point is. So let's say I am a sports junkie. My feed is filled with people who are excelling in sport. That brings me back every day, and I build off that. Why the influencers are on Instagram, I'll come back to in a minute. What are people following? So what kind of influencers get followed? Virtually every interest there is, but there's no surprise. Sumit also suggested this, and this is India data. So whether it's fashion, beauty, auto, travel, no surprises. These are the largest interest groups, and these are also the largest interest groups on Instagram. But the most interesting one, of course, is gadgets. And gadgets is two roles. One is I follow gadgets because I like technology. But more interestingly, gadgets is the reason how I'm able to express myself, because the quality of the camera, the ability to fire up the app, the ability to seamlessly work through the features is critical. Yeah? So interests across virtually every single field are here. On consumers, however, we could all, for example, be following celebrities in a newspaper, no problem. We could follow celebrities anywhere else. What the angle that Instagram brings, which is very, very unique, is the ability to authentically express as well. So here's a suggestion. If I told you, here's a format, you put a picture out, it lasts only 24 hours, you can put as many as you need to. Anybody who's seeing it sees only 15 seconds and it continues in a loop. Your life is being told in an unending stream of social visibility, and we call it Instagram stories. You've seen stories, you put out the stories, you're not waiting to do your makeup and that perfect family picture, you are saying it as it is. Instagram stories, therefore, is giving you a stream of consciousness in the social space which is infinite. What happens further is tools that are on Instagram. So whether you take the way you can edit, the way you can put a filter, you can put it all together and have playful expression. And that is why actually influencers come onto Facebook and especially to Instagram, where they are authentically putting their pieces out. So here's a celebrity. You go and see a video on some channel, that's great. But the behind the scenes will be on Instagram. Their wishes to their loved ones will be on Instagram. The fact that after winning the test match in West Indies, they'll be on a boat will be on Instagram. Because that's where they're conveying their life. Because the playfulness, the ability to express is a nice virtuous circle that's keeping people together. So the question therefore is, if this is the phenomenon that's now possible, what can technology do? What can partners like Oppo do to take this even further? And that's the opportunity we have together. All of this, of course, leads to greater engagement and authentic self-expression. So that's what I had as context in terms of the way consumers are moving forward in their social expression and their social sharing. And we've come together to take this even further into a next step of getting consumers involved. And to bring that to light, I'm very, very excited to invite my partner from China, Kitty Lun, who leads our creative shop out of Greater China, Facebook from Hong Kong. Kitty, tell us more. Welcome.
Thank you, Sandeep.
So I can see it on this.
Thank you.
Super.
This is the relay. Thank you very much, Sandeep. And Namaste, India. I'm so happy to... Do you understand? Namaste, is that correct? Yeah. Namaste. I'm so excited to be in India again for the exciting launch of Oppo Reno 2 series. And 你好，中国。我知道我们现在在 live， 所以希望在看的 OPPO 的同事、Facebook 的同事、大中华区的，大家好。I'm Kitty Lun, as Sandeep has introduced. I run the creative shop in Greater China, and I'm based in Hong Kong. When I first heard about the Reno 2 launch, it was actually from our lovely partners from Oppo, that they have this new series for Reno, and they would like to partner with Instagram, for their next campaign. And like what Sandeep and Sumit have talked about, Instagram really is the place where you can reach the young people and where the young people are expressing themselves. So we were tasked to establish Oppo's position in creativity. I should have changed. In creativity. And instead of just doing the ordinary campaigns, we wanted to challenge the status quo. On Instagram, as the platform for expression, there are already some status quo on the platform. So what do we mean by that? We have a lot of influencers around the world. They make their posts and they tell their stories, but it's kind of getting very similar. There's actually a general kind of sameness and cliche, don't you see? When you go onto Instagram and you see all these influencers, they want likes, they want more people to engage with them, and there is a certain way that they express themselves. What we want to do is, instead of being similar, we want to challenge that status quo. We want to show that this is not the right way to do it. Instagram actually is the expression of who you are, what you really are. So we want to challenge that. And let's tell the millennials, tell the influencers, and tell the audience that if you want to be different, if you want to be unique, this is the place where you can express. So how are we going to execute it? This is the idea. Challenge your perspective. Instagram is the place where you can be creative, that you can challenge your perspective. This is actually, you are the first people in the world to see this campaign. This is rolling out in the whole world. It's like when everybody go to the same sightseeing spot, you shoot the same picture. We want to challenge that perspective because everyone should have their unique way of looking at the world and have their unique perspective and have their unique point of view. And this is what we are trying to do. So therefore, challenge your perspective is what Oppo and Instagram are going to join hands to tell our audience. But how are we going to do that instead of, just the advertising campaign? We are going to do an influencer campaign. We are getting a group of Instagram creators from around the world. It's a joint partnership between Oppo and Instagram, and we are curating very special perspective from these influencers. We've got influencers from Poland, Denmark, North America, Southeast Asia, around the world, and they are actually, while we are talking, they are making their campaign with the new Reno 2 series. And they're going to shoot what they think is their own perspective, not the cliche. They are challenging the status quo. And then they are going to show the world what they are, who they are, and they are going to show the world through their lenses. So this campaign is going to unveil, to the global audience and the Indian audience all together. So I'm very, very looking forward to the campaign that they are creating, the videos that they are creating on Instagram, and it's going to be a next page for Instagram and Oppo together. So thank you very much. And this is, the campaign is work in progress, and we are going to show different perspectives from the different influencers from around the world. So have a good day. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lun, and thank you, Mr. Bhushan, for those wonderful presentations. It's not just the young people, it's older people too, who like to express their creativity on the gram. And we are all looking forward to that wonderful new campaign, Challenge Your Perspective. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get to know a little bit more about the Reno 2 series, and who better to do that than the product manager, Oppo India, Mr. Jitin Abraham. Please welcome him on stage with a big round of applause. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Mandira. Well, hello everyone. I'm really glad that each and every one of you are here today to witness something quite unique, which has never been done before. Well, Oppo, for the first time in our history, is launching its product globally from India. Such an exciting news which Sumit has already shared with you. Well, to keep the excitement level really, really high, we also heard about, or we are going to talk to you more about how Oppo is going to change the consumer engagement with the launch of Reno 2 series. Well, you already have an idea. You just heard it from Miss Kitty. With our latest hashtag, Challenge Yourself, well, it has been created, or a contest that has been designed to fuel your creativity and drive memorable experiences. All you have to do is go to the nearest Oppo store, get a picture click from the latest Oppo Reno 2, upload it on the social media threads and Instagram threads of Oppo India with two simple hashtags. Hashtag Oppo Reno 2 and hashtag Challenge Yourself. Well, the best entries will stand a chance to win at the latest Oppo Reno 2 series smartphones every hour. And some lucky winners stand a chance to attend the Instagram mentoring sessions in partnership with Facebook. It's quite exciting, isn't it? I want to keep this excitement level a little bit more higher. I want to increase it. That's why I'm going to talk to you more about the product, the Reno series. You all know that the Reno series have been re-engineered to bring innovation to the camera, to the different perspectives of design and the technology that we bring in. Well, with this latest product, the Reno 2, we want to bring this legacy forward, and that's exactly what we are doing. So let's take a deep dive into the product features. The first feature that makes this product really, really exciting is its camera module. When I talk about camera module, each and every one of us who are present here consider themselves as good photographers, including me, excellent photographers. Everybody has their own capability of taking a picture, taking a brilliant portrait. Now, when we see something really beautiful, what we do first is take the phone and take pictures. But we want those pictures to be as unique, as real as we see that in real life. That's the biggest challenge, and that's where Reno 2 is setting a bigger benchmark. For the first time ever in Oppo, we introduced to you a quad camera setup. Thank you. The quad camera comes with a 48 megapixel primary camera supported with 3 other lenses. Personally, I'm a curious photographer. I want to click those pictures that are really near to me, but I also want those pictures that are quite far away from me, but at the same clarity that I get, that I see those images with my own eyes. Well, in order to do that, you need a zooming lens, a good one, the best one. That's exactly what we are doing with the Reno 2. With the Oppo Reno 2, we introduce 5x hybrid zoom, which will bring those images, those subjects you want to click 5 times closer to you. Also, we have 20x digital zoom as well. The Reno 2's triple lens automatic switching and image fusion technology will enable you to capture or get an amazing zooming experience. Let's see a few images that can show you the zooming capability of Reno 2 in a better way. As you can see in the background, they have been shot using the Reno 2's zooming capabilities and such amazing clarity. Let me take you through the quad camera into more detail. The primary lens of the quad camera is a 48 megapixel camera, which is powered by the latest Sony IMX586 sensor. It's got an aperture size of f1.7, and for better stability during clicking images and watching videos or shooting videos, we have optical image stabilization as well. It's not just that the sensor is better than the previous generation, it also gives you a superior camera performance than the previous generations. Nowadays, you will also find sufficient photography tools out there in the phones and cameras, which can help you capture brilliant pictures in daylight. The real challenge resides once you start clicking pictures in dim lights or under zero lighting conditions. But with the latest Reno 2 series, we have taken care of that. The ultra dark mode, we would like to call it, will help you shoot or will give you an amazing experience in your low light shooting conditions. It can pick up those details that are even invisible to the human eye. Thanks to the latest NPU algorithm, even if light levels are below 1 lux, this AI algorithm will automatically pick up those details and give you those images that are real and natural. And it will look just like you've clicked them in broad daylight. For photography enthusiasts, we have more good news because we have equipped Reno 2 with a few more incredible features that I want to mention here. First of all, the ultra wide angle and the ultra macro mode will ensure that you capture stunning shots. Even if the subjects in the image are minuscule, or even if it's a wide, broader image. Therefore, you see more and see clear with the latest Reno 2 series. First, let's talk about the wide-angle lens. The wide-angle lens provides a visual angle of 116 degrees. Quite simply telling, even if it's a group of friends who are clicking the picture together, or even if you're clicking the picture of a scenery out there, it will be easily fit into the frame with the help of Reno 2's wide-angle camera. It's quite as simple as taking a few steps backwards to get the perfect angle for a shot. But the difference is, you don't have to do that, the camera does it for you. And we usually scroll down through the Instagram profiles and we see those amazing pictures that have been shot really, really close up. Let's say, for example, a flower. And you must be wondering how these are even being clicked without, with a very professional camera. You need a professional camera for such a beautiful image with so much details into it. But you don't need a professional camera anymore to get such details. Because with Reno 2, it comes equipped with the ultra macro mode. It will help you, or it automatically switches onto the lens when it detects a close range shot. I don't have to tell more about the ultra macro mode because you can see directly that these shots have been taken from the latest Reno 2's ultra macro mode. As you can see, it's very precise and the details are crystal clear. Now let's talk about the portrait mode. The portrait mode 2.0 in the Reno series is designed to up your photography game. When I'm shooting portraits, the first thing or the most important thing that I look for is my subject in the image is the focus. In order to do that, I need to blur the background in the perfect way possible. So Reno 2 provides a powerful background blurring capability in its portrait bokeh mode. And a common challenge while clicking portrait modes is that you need to get that exact skin color tone of the subject. Reno 2 uses a smart skin tone extraction technology and an intelligent metering method to achieve natural looking image. It gives you the natural skin color tone to your images. We also use HDR, high dynamic range, in our portrait mode. What it does is, it will illuminate those areas where brightness is required, and wherever it is overexposed, it will decrease the brightness and give you that perfect portrait image that you require. Day or night, the HDR mode lets you capture beautiful portraits via targeted tuning. Now let's see some examples how good the HDR mode is in clicking pictures. Now let's move on to the next part of Reno 2's wonderful camera, the video creation. As you heard from Sumit a while ago, that most of the time we spend on looking at the screen of the smartphone is if we are watching a video, other than a static content. And I'm pretty sure most of us here have videos that have been shot from our smartphone in their phones. But we hardly reuse them again or upload them again in our social media because I find two reasons mainly. One is the image quality or the video quality. And second is the processing difficulties. Well, Reno 2's video shooting is optimized to solve these two problems, ensuring clear and stable videos and also easy processing of the videos. The biggest difficulty I find while shooting videos is when the phone is shaking. So most of the people here uses a tripod or even a rail to achieve stable and clear videos. But with Reno 2, we have solved this issue. You only need your smartphone to shoot amazing videos in the smartphone. The video that is playing behind me on the big screen has been shot from the latest Oppo Reno 2. We call it the Ultra Steady mode, and using the Ultra Steady mode, you can finally take an action footage right from your smartphone. And you must be wondering how Oppo is being able to achieve such a good feat. We have introduced the industry-leading hybrid image stabilization technology and a high sampling rate IMU, combined with optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization. These three together ensure greater stability to your videos. The altitude estimation and compensation combined with a frame rate of 60 frames per second improves the video anti-shake and give you the best and stable video possible. Another interesting factor about the video recording is, now in video recording as well, we have introduced 5x hybrid zoom. It also has 20x digital zoom in video recording, enabling our video provider, video shooter, to get the best angle possible. When we talk about video quality, one thing that we often ignore is the sound. It's crucial to have the best sound quality because most of the time we watch videos, we listen to the audio through using a headphone. So the clear sound is really, really crucial in this part. So there's nothing more annoying than distorted sound going directly into your brain. It will take away all the essence of that video. Therefore, we have equipped the latest Reno 2 with multiple microphones which can achieve stereoscopic sound effects. Whether you're located on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the action, this Reno 2 smartphone will capture those audio as accurate as possible. Another interesting feature is the audio focus. It gives you a magnified voice when you zoom in onto the subject in the video. I'll show you another video to help you understand how this actually works. Let's enjoy it.
I was scared about pretty girls and starting conversation. All my friends was turning green. You are my vision of this empty daydream.
Thank you, gentlemen. Such a wonderful and unique feature, isn't it? Along with that, we have 3 mic radio for users that can reduce the impact of noise on sound effects, especially when you're in a high and noisy background. For example, you're traveling and there's wind coming on your speakers. With all these exciting features, you will have an amazing memory video shooting experience that will help you capture your memories in the best way possible without any hindrance. Now let's talk about the amazing bokeh video mode. Just like still images, sometimes video also require to focus the subject much clearer and blur the background. Keeping that in mind, through a self-developed algorithm and with the help of our NPU, we have introduced both in front and back cameras the video bokeh mode. Now you can add blurring to your background while you're capturing videos in the front camera and the back camera of the Reno 2 series, easily giving you a cinematic experience. Thank you. But to make all these processes smoother and to help you with video processing in a better way, Oppo is introducing an application, and we call it SoLoop. This application can intelligently select video templates and background music based on your geographical location, time, and album content, and realize special effects such as editing and transition in different rhythms. Now you can make your own vlog hassle-free with your smartphone, and I have another video to help you understand how this is possible. Let's enjoy it. Easy as clicking a picture now. Let me summarize the entire camera module for you. The Oppo Reno 2 series, or the Reno 2, comes with a 48 megapixel quad camera setup. It has a 5x hybrid zoom to bring those images, those objects 5 times closer to you. Also gives you a 20x digital zoom. It has got ultra steady video mode for the perfect and steady videos. It has got the ultra dark mode to give you those images that you cannot even see with your naked eye in darker conditions. It's got bokeh effect video and the ultra wide angle that can fit in those big sceneries into your screen. Let's watch a small recap with the help of video and enjoy it. Well, the first thing that you notice in any smartphone is the design. With Reno 2, we continue to embody our creative vision. With our brand DNA centered on creating beautiful, pioneering, youthful products, Oppo smartphone exemplify in design, and the Oppo Reno 2 goes above and beyond in this department. Let's talk about the rear side of the smartphone first. The back of the smartphone is constructed in a single piece of 3D curved glass, which is supported by a Corning Gorilla Glass 5th generation. It's not only sturdy and durable, but at the same time, we have ensured that you get a comfortable hand grip. The Reno 2 comes with a smooth, sleek smartphone design with no sharp or rough edges. And we have ensured that this is being applied to every aspect of the smartphone, including the earphones and the microphones and the speakers. As I mentioned earlier, it's the first time that Oppo has introduced a quad camera setup in the rear part of the smartphone. We've got 4 lenses in such a way that, and it has been integrated in such a way that the design has no compromise. There is no protrusions, no gaps, giving it a smooth and bump-free look in the back of the smartphone. We have incredibly shortened its width by 1.5 millimeters, giving it a more delicate feel. We've also raised the positioning of the earpiece situated in the front-facing camera by 0.4 millimeters. This has smoothened down the surrounding surface and optimized the earpiece via 3 pinholes, which will ensure that the minimum amount of dust that goes into the smartphone is 0. For the colors, we have taken inspiration from the mesmerizing beauty of the nature and the concept of twilight mist. We have used sophisticated manufacturing techniques and deep hues with dreamlike neon detail, which results in graceful and iridescent color that moves under different types of lighting. With the help of that, we've brought 2 stunning colors into this smartphone. We introduced the ocean blue and the luminous black with the Reno 2. Now let's talk about the front of the smartphone. The Oppo Reno 2 comes with a 6.55-inch dynamic AMOLED display, which gives you a staggering 93.1% screen-to-body ratio. And it has been secured by the Corning Gorilla Glass 6th generation. The borders have become even narrower than before, and the left and the right width is just 1.63 millimeters, while the bottom border has been reduced to 3.35 millimeters, which is 4% narrower than the previous Oppo Reno series generation. This improved screen will ensure that you get the best and the most immersive viewing experience while you're using the smartphone. And just as in the previous generation, we have introduced the shark fin rising front camera into the Oppo Reno 2 as well, which has been introduced by Oppo first into this world. This front camera have integrated the front soft light, an earpiece, and a rear flash, which will all fit comfortably in the rising structure and has been hidden effortlessly into the body of the smartphone. The 11-degree golden corner perfectly blends the elegance and the agility of the curve with the dynamic rising process. The Reno 2 screen, like I said, it's the latest dynamic AMOLED display, which excels itself in giving out the best brightness in any lighting conditions. With the improved brightness, let's say in indoor mode, we have increased the brightness from 430 nits to a staggering 500 nits. And in the outside mode, we have increased the level from 600 nits to an improved 700 nits, which will enable you to watch those contents on your screen in any lighting conditions. More importantly, while boosting all these performance, all these brightnesses, incredibly, the power consumption of this latest technology is 6% more efficient than its previous generation. Also, the service life has been increased by 50% as well. We all enjoy using smartphones for longer hours, during day, during night, and we look at the smartphone screen for long hours. So we had to ensure that while you look at the smartphone, you get the minimum strain on your eyes. And therefore, we have enhanced the user experience by including a blue light filter into the smartphone. And this has been certified by TUV Rainland. This blue light filtering capacity has been increased to 43.6%, which greatly reduces the damage to the eyes and making viewing in the screen an amazing experience, even it's a daytime or the nighttime. Talking about the security or the security features of the smartphone, the Oppo Reno 2 comes with the latest hidden fingerprint unlock 3.0. Comparing to the previous generation, we have increased the brightness of the display side by 16% for better visibility of the fingerprint scanner, and the fingerprint unlock speed has been increased by 11.3% when the phone is in off mode or the screen is off. At the same time, by adding a filter to the photoreceptor, fake fingers and real fingers can be easily distinguished with the help of the differences in absorption and reflections. Well, through this unique privacy feature, you can now experience much more secure unlocking experience with Reno 2. So we have talked about the camera, we've talked about the design. What about the performance for gamers like me? The first thing I look in a smartphone is the processor. Introducing for the first time in an Oppo smartphone, Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G octa-core processor with Reno 2 series. It is combined with the help of 8 GB RAM and a staggering memory of 256 gigabytes. It will improve or maximize your overall performance in the smartphone. This processor, which has been introduced for the first time in 7 series, supports HDR gaming, which is 25% faster graphics rendering and has got a 35% leap in CPU performance in comparison to the predecessor Snapdragon 710. I want you all to watch a small video and understand the power of 730G yourself. Let's enjoy it. Oppo is always focusing on improving the performance and the gaming experience for our consumers. In order to achieve that, we have features such as the Link Boost, the Game Boost, and the latest updated Frame Boost and Touch Boost comes with Oppo Reno 2 series to make your gaming experience more immersive and pain-free. For example, let's talk about the Link Boost first. Imagine you are playing your favorite game online and the Wi-Fi signal network is low. All you have to do is just turn on your 4G signal and the SLA will automatically identify the faster network, which will enable or which will reduce the delay by 46.8%, ensuring a smoother picture. The newly upgraded Game Boost 3.0, it comes with the updated Frame Boost 2.0. It increases the frame acceleration by around 30.58% while playing the most demanding games like PUBG. Along with this, we have the Touch Boost to enhance the touch acceleration. The Frame Boost will allocate resources in such a way that your battery consumption or the power consumption is lower while you're playing the games. This will ensure that the heating of the smartphone is at the most minimum level while you're playing the game for longer hours. And the general touch performance has been increased by 35.2%. The touch performance while playing PUBG has been increased by 27.9% compared to the predecessor. Now, one of the things that all of us gamers hate is you are at the peak moment of a game, reaching the final level, and your battery is about to die. We've got a solution for that as well. With the latest Oppo Reno 2, we introduce a staggering 4000 mAh battery, which is supported by Type-C charging technology. A few years ago, Oppo introduced an innovative, a revolutionizing charging technology, and we named it VOOC flash charging technology. It changed the way we used to play the games or we used to charge our smartphones. The best thing about the VOOC flash charge is you can charge your smartphone even while you're playing your favorite game or even while you're using the smartphone. And this time we introduced VOOC 3.0 flash charge along with the Reno 2 smartphone. What difference the VOOC 3.0 has from its previous generation is that we have improved or we have doubled the last 10% charging time by doubling the trickling charging speed in VOOC 3.0. As I mentioned earlier, it's not just a fast charging technology, it is a secure technology as well as it can help you fast charge your phone even when the screen is on. It's equally fast as when the phone screen is off. Now talking about the software now, every component, every performance feature that we have talked about need a perfect, smooth operating system to work perfectly. So with Reno 2 series in India, we first introduced for the first time the ColorOS 6.1, an update to the original ColorOS 6.0 in the previous generations. This new version provides several improvements of an enhanced, simple, and efficient user experience. The ColorOS 6.1 provides you with 3 ways to cope up with harassing calls. For example, firstly, harassing calls can be automatically identified and blocked. Secondly, users will be alerted to scams and malicious URLs. And finally, users will be warned to employ caution with regard to SMS verification codes for sensitive information such as bank accounts. In case you missed out any feature that I've talked about, here is a small video that will summarize this entire product for you. Let's enjoy it. Summarizing all these interesting and amazing features for you once again in Reno 2, The Reno 2 features a 48 megapixel quad camera setup. It comes with 5x hybrid zoom and a 20x digital zoom, an ultra steady video mode, an ultra dark mode, the latest Snapdragon 730G octa-core processor, supported by 8 GB RAM and 256 GB storage, a 6.55-inch dynamic AMOLED screen with VOOC Flash Charge 3.0 and a 4000 mAh battery to support your charging. Comes in two stunning colors, the ocean blue and the luminous black. As you all know, Oppo has always pushed boundaries when it comes to product offerings. So this time, we also have two different other variants of Reno 2 series because we believe there is a different Reno for every user. The first Reno 2Z, it comes with a 48 megapixel quad camera setup, an ultra dark mode, an ultra steady mode, the bokeh video effect, the 6.53 panoramic screen, and the next one, the Reno 2F, it comes with 48 megapixel quad camera setup. It also has an ultra night mode, 2.0, and a 6.53 AMOLED screen, which comes in a panoramic display. Well, that pretty much wraps up the specifications of Reno 2, and we can't wait for all of you to experience this phenomenal smartphone that will surely help you to imagine the unimaginable. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and have a great time ahead. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree the Oppo Reno 2 series doesn't just tick off all the boxes. It goes above and beyond in every department. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jitin, for taking us through the power-packed features of the Oppo Reno 2 series. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look at this video which captures all the endless possibilities of this smartphone series. Here we go.
Do you want to know the price for the models? Okay. So the Oppo Reno 2Z will be available at a very, very attractive price of 29,990 rupees. And the Reno 2 will go on sale for 36,990. You can pre-book the Reno 2Z starting today, and it goes on sale from 6th of September. The Reno 2 pre-booking starts from 10th of September, and it will be available on the shelf on the 20th of September. Both the Reno 2 smartphones will be available with our partners at Flipkart and Amazon and across all our 60,000 retail outlets. With options available across such a price range, we are offering technology for everyone. And you have an option now to choose your own Reno, a smartphone that's worthy for your next upgrade. Are you guys happy, satisfied, or would you like to have something more from our side? Okay. Actually, we are not stopping here. We have something more in store for you. Any guesses? Sorry? Enco. You guessed it right. So, we are launching something new again, which is also India first. In our quest to deliver a more holistic smartphone experience, we are very happy to share that we are expanding our product offerings in India, and from smartphones, we are also coupling it into smart accessories. Today, we are also introducing the new Oppo Enco Q1 wireless noise cancellation headset. And making its debut in India, the Enco wireless headsets are targeted at the doers and the go-getters. These Enco headsets are full of power, and you can actually get a playback time of up to 5 hours with just 15 minutes of charging. That's what we call amazing. Thank you. So you can get your hands around the Oppo Enco Q1 at just rupees 7,990. That's all from us for today. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
1 minute, Mr. Walia.
Oh,
I can't
sorry.
believe it.
Yeah.
The Enco at this price, the Reno 2 series devices priced amazingly. That's like the icing on the cake. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. It's a perfect blend of technology and design combined to give you an overall amazing smartphone experience.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, we're trying to put together a very, very holistic and a very, very, upgraded smartphone experience for consumers, and I'm glad that you liked it, people liked it today.
And what about the camera? The camera is beyond wow.
The only way to want to find out.
Yes, there is only one way to find
Find
out.
out.
How about we take a few photographs with this amazing camera?
Then let's get some more people on
yes.
stage.
Can we invite on stage Mr. Charles Wong, President, Oppo South Asia and CEO, Oppo India. down payment EMI options on Bajaj FinServe and get 5% cashback on HDFC debit credit cards, EMI transactions and consumer loans.